Hey Simon, I wanted to see if I could answer some of your questions that you had about the aliens cabinet here. Um, First, your questions about the controls for the aliens guns. So if we go ahead and go into aliens extermination, we go ahead and hit start and just choose a level. So you see, I've got a flamethrower here, and that would actually be this button here. So this is grenades, and this is your flamethrower. You'll see that's on both guns. Some of these guns, these were a yellow button, but on these they're white. So now, as for the calibration, as you saw in the video, if I click settings, it's going to take me into the test menu for the game, where I can go up and down with the regular joystick and hit select to choose what I want. Now, if you look close, it's telling you use volume up and volume down to move, and select, of course, is to select. So the trick is figuring out what buttons to map to make your select up, down. And I actually use joy to key for that. So I'm going to go ahead and back out and show you joy to key. At the desktop, and if I go down to my task tray, you'll see that joy to key is running. It's a little small there, so let me go ahead and open main window. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with joy to key, but it just simply lets you map buttons or directions on your joystick to mimic certain keyboard commands. And you can see here, if I press up and down on my stick, I've got up and down set to be 9 and 0. 9 and 0 are volume up and volume down in Aliens Extermination, which is what its test menu uses to move up and down through the test menus. Then it's just a matter of knowing that select is button 5, or sorry, select is button 6, and the actual test menu button is button 5. So the way I've got this mapped is this is button 5, this is button 6, up and down is 9 and 0, and player 1 is the number 1, and player 2 is the number 2. So I didn't bother mapping the coin buttons because I set the game for free play. So really, there's nothing in the front end that does this because Aliens Extermination just runs natively in Windows. So I'm not actually remapping any of the controls in the game. I'm actually remapping my controls on the cabinet to send the buttons that the game wants to have. Now, if I open up Launchbox, which is what Big Box is really running off of, you can see that I've got all my other games in here. Now, with the exception of Aliens Extermination, everything else is running on MAME. So once joy to key is set up, I just go ahead and save that profile with my button configs in it, and I save that as the default profile, and then I set joy to key to just start with Windows. And then it just sits down there in the task tray and runs all the time. As for the MAME games, they're a lot easier. Once Aliens Extermination is all set, you can just go into MAME, and you just want to go ahead and map the settings button to bring up the tab menu, and you want to make up and down work the up and down menus of the MAME. And then you've got the generic exit key, which is just escape for all games. So I mapped this to escape. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, the MAME games are really easy. I can map them all individually, and it lets me set any button to be anything I want. So the only tricky part was just getting Aliens Extermination set correctly. I think that answers everything, but yeah, if you have any more questions, let me know.